Hello, my bright, beautiful souls, beautiful collective. It's Mandi, your Black Sheep Oracle over at Weird Divinations and Tarot. I've been off the last couple days, spending time with my beloveds. And today, we are back at it. It's beautiful out here. There's rarely and not really any clouds in the sky. We've got our stones that we're working with. These will be specific, so make sure that if you are watching this video that you have some nearby. Be your amethyst, be your lepidolite, get your pink calcite, and you get your citrine. Okay? So today I'm called to do a message about the state of what we're all currently going through. Each day it kind of ebbs and it flows, right? I'll let you guys know what your current ghost is, how we're working through it, and we're going to close out with some oracle cards. Before I came on, I was listening to a song, get those juices flowing to see where today's direction will go. It was called We Don't Need 'Em by Ryan Caraveo, Caraveo. Instead of, in the song, it talks about we don't need them, those that don't work with us, right? We are taught that it's not easy to work for good, so we work for the evil because the evil is easier. So we need to remember we're not taking the easy road, okay? Taking the easy road, sure, it seems great, sticking with what we know, but sticking with what you know, think about, as much as we don't like living in the past, sticking with what you know has to do with the past. So to propel yourself forward, you have to begin living for now and into the future, okay? We're working for the good, not working for what we know. So from this point on, the time you're watching this video, what is one new thing you can do differently today that you thought about, wish that you did differently within the last week? Start there. Start with those initial inundated thoughts. That's what I call them. Those thoughts that are taught to us from when you're yay high on up. It is completely okay at any point in your life to switch things up and reteach yourself something, right? So why did we stop teaching ourselves along the way? We're going to find that out. We're going to do that by looking at a ghost. I haven't used this deck in a while. If anybody's wondering, it's by Holly Audley, and it's called the Mini Divi Ghost. So we're here, we're present. We're living for now. We're not living in the past, okay? Living in the past doesn't propel us towards our future. I can give y'all umpteen stories, and the one that's popping into my head right now, again with these inundated thoughts. Whenever I was in school, I was always told, you have to make AB honor roll. Anything less, and I got my behind woe out, right? How is that okay? We're kids, we're learning, and not every fashion of inundated thought works for everybody. So how is that okay? It's not. It's a burst, child, a burst. Right? So we're not doing that. We're not living from this past. We're living from now, and we're teaching ourselves whom we are, not having other people dictate that. I know that follows up with the last few of our messages as well. So we're growing from these past, right? We're not there anymore. We're now. So the ghost, the ghost phone, when you answer the call, that's your block right now. And the phone's ringing. And it's Mom Universe asking, are you ready to move up to this 5D, or are you ready to jump these timelines? Because if you're just letting this ring, you're not. You're too caught up with what's going on here. I could spend a million reasons telling y'all XYZ about in a day of my own stories, right? Can't we all? The card that comes into my head is that Seven of Swords. Well, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Sweetie, I got a million things going on too. But guess what? That's taking away from my current moment's joy. 4:22 on the clock, as I say that. 4 is Archangel Michael, 22 is the perfect alignment. Okay? We all got something going on, baby. Answer that phone. And when you answer that phone, just know it is a journey, it is a process. I cannot give you length of time because time doesn't exist outside of our new universe, okay? Everything is constantly flowing. I can't give you the timeline from when you start this journey of how long it's going to take. It takes as long as it takes to relearn and redo. And it's okay to have days where you fall back. It's okay to not be 100% all the time, right? Why? Because you're here to be a human in this existence at the end of the day. So how are we going to work through this? To answer this phone call, to not let it keep ringing and living in that past and not living for now, for this joy. Yeah, these are the new beginnings. This Ace of Wands. There's one individual carrying this fiery torch. This always reminds me of the beginning of the Olympics, where you have the flame bearers, the torch bearers. That's a good way to put it. Ancestors, the torch bearers. This is a new beginning, a fiery, passionate, creative call to action. Okay? What is that for you? Why are you letting that phone ring? That's Mama Universe telling you, hey, you have this divine knowledge inside of you. You have this divine plan that you signed up for in your soul contract before you even incarnated again in this life. What are you waiting for? Why are you letting others dictate? If I told you, well, you're going to have this for supper, young lady, young sir, young thing. No, I'm not. Well, there you go. So why are you going to let anybody else tell you otherwise? I get that there's a certain way that we're taught that the way that this 3D has to be, and guess what? No, it don't. You can say no. You can set your boundaries. Had a whole mess of cards that fell out. This is your new beginning waiting for you on the other side of this fork in the road. Okay? Answer the call. This call to action. What's next? The moon. Following your intuition on this new beginning, this call to action. Each call to action will be different for each individual. You need to do something different. Okay? I understand we are all made up of the collective moments of our own collected selves from this collective experience. Say if you got a collage up on the screen, right? Like the way that they pan out on a lot of the reality shows, and there'll be like 100 different scenes. That's what we're looking at currently when we're thinking about what we're made up of. But I need you to take all that, let it go, and be now, and look at a blank screen so you can see what's there. Following your intuition, this call to action, this new beginning is there. It's there for me too. You got to believe in it. You can't just think it's going to come for you. You got to put in the work, okay? The Queen of Cups. She is an intuitive, full, emotional, heart-led queen. This is just an archetype. This does not have to be a man or female. This is an archetype. This is an energy. This is what we're working for. You answer that call, she's there. She's your call to action. Use this queenly energy. Don't let the man, in quotation marks, tell you whom you have to be. Restart from zero and build. Who cares however long it takes? Alright? This is where all of us are at right now. You need to pick one of these wands, this 10 of wands, to figure out where you want to go. Pick up the one that's ringing, not the dead, dull ones, okay? You can tuck those away until later. If you're not quite sure you're through with them, I'll have to completely let them go. At the end of the day, though, you will, sweetie. You can't take any of this with us. Break out of your inundated thoughts. Reteach yourself. Be your own guide. Okay? A lot of us, I had a reading this morning that had to do with a lot of the old guides are falling away and the new guides are coming in. And these new guides want to have fun. Because when you have fun, you're in the moment, you're present, right? You're not thinking about anything else. So what are some messages from my own oracle deck and my own guides that they would like to share with you all? As we're out here, right, with the sun. This is almond sun blessing. Perspective. Is the world too big or is it your oyster? What are you afraid of? You're this little piece of sand, okay, on the beach. Sometimes that'll be all it takes to blind the man. Blind the man. Higher perspective. By doing this, you're growing more gray matter in your brain, which reaches down into your spine. It's more conducivity, energy, alchemy, flow, and adaptability. By staying happy, you're growing more gray matter, and you're doing better, okay? For your own personal reading, reach out to Weird, W-Y-R-D, Divinations and Tarot on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, anywhere like that, okay? Mention this reading, and you'll get your first 15 minutes for $10, half off. So $5 for 15 minutes. What do you got to lose?